Alright, hello everybody. This is Robbie reporting live for Sports on the Hill podcast and also WebNGames. It's going to be an interesting night. I'm just trying out a couple of different pieces of technology right now. We've got live here in the man cave, we've got the end of this Wizards game, which has a crazy game so far. I'm also trying some new stuff with technology. Moving stuff back and forth, trying out different logos and graphics. So this is going to be my first art stream using this double combination. So right now we are using this MacBook Pro to do some graphic design work. We're streaming it through that PC down there, and then the display that you guys are seeing on screen over here, you can see is being displayed up on that TV over there. So I'm also sharing the screen over here, just so that way I can see it on that screen as well. So lots of different options. So the Wizards were in this crazy game. I'm going to describe that real fast, and I'm going to share this out to some people. The Wizards were down really big, and then in the third quarter, as you can see in the scoreboard down below, they went on a 33-17 run to really get back into it. They were outscored in the first quarter by 5. The Wizards outscored the Knicks by 5, but the Knicks outscored them by 21 points in the second, and then the Wizards outscored them 33-17, and so far 26-18 in this one. So they're currently up 113-105. So a big comeback. Again, 134 left in the game here. So very exciting. A couple of the projects that I'm working on, I'm going to bring up a screen real quick and show you our current website, WebNGames.com. Just checking my levels right now. I think just to make sure that they're still going okay. This is the current WebNGames.com, also known as SportsOTHP.com. We've got our podcast archive that has all of our latest episodes, including last night's great show. You can watch hockey talk, Carol's point of view, XFL talk, and all of our old shows by clicking there. We have our apparel accessories line. We've got our 2 YouTube channels, and we've got our Facebook, which goes over to our Facebook channel, which I appreciate everyone for liking our Facebook page. Then links to Dujanay Bland's page. I got the Power Play Point podcast if you want to check out any of Anna and Gil's great work over there. We got our True Radio Network tab, which has got all of our latest stuff for the True Radio Network right there. And then WebNGames, which WebNGames at 15 years. So I sort of about 4 years ago put all of my heart and soul into SportsOTHP and left WebNGames sort of behind a little bit. What I used to do on WebNGames is do my documentary films, different concerts, different clips that I've done. It's also an archive, sort of a cloud storage before there was even cloud storage, of all the old websites I've ever built. And so if you click the WebNGames.com page, you can see what happened over the first 15 years. We're celebrating our 4-year anniversary in the start of Season 5. So you can see the logo up there has Season 4 stuff. So I'm going to actually pull up some different things that we've done in the past. We're going to start to see what we can do to make it a Season 5 graphic. So the most recent one is, I believe, this one. So let's take a look at what this file has in store for us. So if people don't know, I'm a graphic designer by trade, so I decided that it would be kind of fun for me to be able to produce some stuff on stream so you can see a little bit of behind the scenes and how it works. Also, I can break down the end of this great game. Again, the Wizards are up by 11, 1:13 left. So I'm just checking right here. I think this is the latest one that we were using for our Facebook page. So I'm just double checking both of these files. So this one is the other one. I'm just making sure I'm editing like this narrow graphic that we had developed, but I think that it was the wide one. That was the one that's for the website. So I'm just going to take a quick look over here. So we're going to update our Facebook page. So again, we're celebrating our 4-year anniversary show on Monday. And yeah, so that should be a lot of fun. So let's take a look here. Yeah, it looks like it's this wider one right here. Alright, so let's see if we can export this correctly and get it to work for what we need to do. So the first thing is, this is the season 4 graphic, or end of season 4. So if we change this to a season 5, it should display. And then when we get over to here, so it should say season 5 in 2020 will cover all these different teams. And then over here, let's change this to a season 5. And yeah. So these are all the things that happen in season 4. So I want to put something in between here. So this was showcasing the Nationals. So what I did is a tween graphic. So to build this out, these are different layers in Photoshop that are tweened between throughout different times. So yeah, so this is fading in. And then, so I'll play the animation for you so you can watch it and I'll explain it. So it fades in the Capitals that were in season 3. And then it pauses on that for 2 seconds and it fades in the Mystics. They won it in season 4. And then it goes to the Nationals. They also won it in season 4. And then it says check out here for all the championship merch. So I want to do an animation or something between these two, like what will season 5 entail or something along those lines. And then season 5 in 2020 will cover the champions, and it also will do the Stanley Cup champions from 2018, and then the Redskins, the Wizards, DC United, so the Defenders. We cover boxing. So these are all things that we cover on our Monday show. So again, you go to our website, which is SportsOTHP.com, and we have live shows every Monday, and you can go check out on. It's sort of a way to recap the previous week and preview the week ahead. So only one other thing I really need to do to this video here, and that would be to add that slide that we're talking about. So it will be between these two slides. So let me just add a new slide here. And then we will take away this. We're going to take away that. Oops, wrong layer. That's text. We're going to take away the Nats trophy as well. And then, so this is season 4. So I'm going to take this season 4. We're going to duplicate that layer. We're going to click OK. That'll make a copy of that file. It's going to appear on every single slide until I change it. But we're going to change it to 5. I'm going to turn off the 4. There we go. And alright, we're going to go all the way back to the beginning, and we're going to turn off this 5 so it doesn't appear on every slide. Then you have to go back and find that one slide again. We'll add it back on. And then I'm going to take season 5 and the season. So we're going to use auto select, which is a group select tool. We're going to select all of those layers at once, and we're going to move them. Turn off this background layer. So we're going to take all these layers again. some text. So the text we want to add, we're going to take this season text since it's already been affected. So you can see the effects on the right side here with bevel and emboss, stroke, overlay, and graphics. And then so just checking out what it looks like on Twitch. You can follow us over there. I'm actually not going to share this stream out. This is kind of a test stream, but if people can find it out later, then that's fine too. That way I can focus on doing it and not necessarily the conversation. Although I love having conversations with people, I definitely wanted to try to do this pretty quickly today. Anyway, the Wizards are up 121-112 with, I think it's Shabazz on the line for 2. So hopefully they find a way to continue to win this stream. Oh, there's people that are checking us out. Well, I appreciate everyone for checking us out over at WebNGames. That's awesome. Alright, so we're going to do what will, sort of written out, what will, and then I'll do season 5 bring. Season 5, and then I'm going to take it, I'm going to use the option command, we're going to copy that over, and then I'm going to bring it all the way to the top. And then bring. And I think I like it lowercase better. And we'll just make this lowercase down here. Alright, what will season 5 bring? And we can do some kind of cool animation with it. Let me first turn it off on all those other layers, because remember we learned that you got to turn it off. So I'm going to bring the what will all the way to the top as well. And we're going to go back to that previous slide. So it's 122-115, and that is the end of the game. So the Wizards come back. Big comeback. Congratulations to them. Again, what an incredible third and fourth quarter run. They really were able to come back big time in this game. So we'll talk about that a lot more on Monday's show. Again, 4-year anniversary show. So I hope that people are able to tune in for that one. So this is the Nationals text. This is that one. So what will season 5 bring? Let's make it a kind of a fun animation to this. So I'm going to add a couple extra slides down here. So this is the end slide, and then this is going to be the beginning slide. So we're going to take the what will, I'm going to hold down the shift and the arrow left key, and I'm going to bring it out of frame. And then I'm going to take the bring one, hold the shift key, press right arrow, and take that out of frame. So what will, and then season 5 bring will come into things. So I'm going to delete that first frame. So season 5. So this is all about season 4. And then I am going to take all of these things, auto select. We're going to select the season 5, and we're going to make. Oops. I want to select everything but the what will. So let's just do this a little bit lower. Oh, no, it still has it. That's the what will. Alright, let me select that off. Alright, so there's just seeing which direction I should alright, so I'm gonna bring it in from the upper right hand corner and see what that looks like. Alright, sorry. I'm trying to select all these things. Alright, now unselect the what will. Alright, so now I should be able to grab all of that and take it off. screen anyway. Alright, so we're going to take this, we're going to take it, we're going to bring it over here. And so it's going to start off with nothing, and then we're going to bring them all in. So to do that, we select both of them, and we create a tween animation. We're going to do 5-step animation, and I'm going to speed it up a bit. So we're going to do it at 0.2 seconds. So this frame is for 2 seconds. I'm going to delete that now. So let's, oops. Actually, I'm going to make that for 0.2 as well. There we go. Alright, so now things should slide in. What will Season 5 bring? Boom, boom. Let's hold that for a little bit longer. 5 seconds maybe? No, let's do 4 seconds because we're watching those texts come in. So it'll slide in pretty quickly. So it holds for 2 seconds on that, and then what will Season 5 bring? And then we are going to put the merch pillow at the end. So it's asking the question, and then Season 5 in 2020 will be the answer, and then we have the same slides that we were having before. And then we've got the Champions merch pillow, which, by the way, shameless plug shout out. It's really awesome. I fall asleep on it often on this couch. It's got our logo and True Radio Network at the back, and then all 3 different champions that we're representing here. You can also see up there and all around the man cave. So there we go. So I think that this animation might be done. So let's just click the play button, and then we'll see. Season 3 had the Champion Capitals. Season 4, WNBA Mystics. And then Season 4 also the 2019 World Series Champion Nationals. And then what will Season 5 bring? And Season 5 in 2020 will cover, and then it lists all these different teams. So I'm just playing this through one more time. So yeah. Alright, so, and then SportsOTHP.com, and then it'll be CP3, Robbie G beats CP3, and then it goes back to playing it over again. I'm going to hold on the last slide for a little bit longer. Let's just do it for 4 seconds. I'm going to click OK. So to render a video like this, so if you're trying to figure out why there's all these lines here, this is a grid to show where things will display on different types of browsers. So as you can see here, the video before played very differently on a desktop than it does on, let's say, mobile. I'll show you guys real quickly what it looks like on mobile. So I don't know if you can see that, but you can see it's much more square, right? So it takes away the left and the right sides. So with that in mind, you can see here that this way everything falls within what I call title safe here. So title safe is a term used in video editing to make sure that none of your text gets cut off. Now this is a weird format. You're looking at this rectangle and being like, that's not a normal aspect ratio, or aspect ratio is a type of dimensions they use for video or for any type of object to try to decide the width by height, right? So the width by height for a Facebook banner is very different than many other types of banners. But this is the dimensions that they suggest for best resolution. Everything that I want to make sure is seen has got to fit within that top blue line and that bottom blue line and the left one and the right one. And then I try to use these middle ones as guides to try to decide where things are coming in and out to make it look interesting. So, all right, we're going to go to the file menu here, and we're going to export it. We're going to render it as a video. And there's going to be a couple of seconds here. So it's just going to take a little bit for it to render up. So we're going to do it to H.264, which is Mac's standard video encoding thing. And we're going to do it at document size so that it actually exports at this 15.94 by 406 in high quality. And then we're going to click render. take a second to export this video. So this is exactly why we need a different rendering machine. So I would be bringing this video stream to its knees, doing this video rendering on this Mac. So that's why we are rendering again on this Mac if you're just tuning into us now. But we are streaming through this PC that you can see behind the childproof cage, and we're watching all of it up on the big screen. I also had that Wizards game on live, and then these are all of my stats and the visual of what it looks like for the WebNGames art stream. So yeah, I really appreciate people for tuning in and seeing this live. Yeah, people had always talked about, I've gone to different art streams and said how much I've loved them, and people were like, oh, you should do your own art stream since art is something that you do. And so it's something that maybe we'll do more of in the future. This is sort of a test stream here. Sorry, it's taking a little while to render. It's a very high resolution video, but hopefully it won't be too long of a video, and then I can upload it over. I'm going to test it out over on WebNGames. So if you go on Facebook and you search WebNGames, which this is live streaming on right now, it's my testing ground a little bit, and it also has links to all my favorite websites and videos and different stuff that I do for WebNGames.com. So we talked about different stuff that I've done as part of WebNGames.com. I've made some video games in the past. It's now the home of SportsOTHP.com, so all of our podcast stuff, including all the videos and OBS stuff that we do for that. But also, it's hosted, lots of old websites. I used to teach a class on graphic design and web design. It has all those pages, as well as documentary film. In the upcoming year, for the 20th anniversary, I'm going to add a new Pokemon section, because Pokemon streams have become a big part of some of the stuff that I've been doing. So while it's running, I can show you some of the stuff that I've been up to. So if you go over to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/garfcomp, or if you do, just go to WebNGames.com. You can click on the thing. You can see right now we're actually streaming live on our YouTube channel, as well as on our, so you can see that one, but it's also streaming live on Facebook, and it's also streaming live over here. I've got it on Twitch as well. So we're simulcasting this stream. And we simulcast all of our streams, whether it be for live games. Again, we had episode 185 this week, and it turned out fantastic. I really kind of appreciated that. And then, yeah, so we unfortunately lost that Buffalo game, but it was exciting. They came back. I also want to give a quick shout out to Anna Knox, who's one of our Capitals reporters. It's her birthday today. We cover all different sorts of sports over here, and yeah, it's pretty interesting. I don't know why this video got added to this stream. Hold on, let me see right here. That's weird. Let me remove this from that playlist. Anyway, so yeah, we do lots of different things over here on our channel. Some of the big things that we like to do are our scuba diving stuff. Oh, is our video done? Oh, it is. All right, but just real quickly, you can check out my scuba videos, the concerts that I go to. We have a ton of concerts planned for this year. Hopefully, the virus doesn't make them cancel it, so we can produce. The plan is to produce 4 more concert videos for you guys this summer. Cayman Islands videos, Hawaii, different documentaries I've done, popular uploads, stuff with True Radio Network, and then of course our SportsOTHP videos, vlogs, and podcasts. I'm going to add another category for Pokemon streams over here, as well as a website for Pokemon streams on WebNGames.com. We're going to do that in the upcoming months as well. Maybe I'll build some of that stuff out on stream just so you guys can see how some of that stuff works. Alright, so the video seems to be done, so let's just take a look. We're going to go to WebNGames.com, or Facebook.com/WebNGames, which again is where some of you guys are watching this stream, which I appreciate. Yeah, we We're going to go over to change cover. We're going to choose and upload a photo and a video. We are going to go to our download section. I think that's where we're keeping this one. Yeah, so this is going to need to be renamed to Season 5. And we're going to call it March. And we're going to hope that the dimensions work. So we're going to do a video test upload right now. Alright. Now it's encoding on their website. So that's looking pretty good. So you can reposition it, but I've set the dimensions exactly the way that it should work. And it looks like, ooh, that's a weird render issue. So for some reason, these in-between frames didn't render correctly. Well, let's just let it fully render, and we're going to click the publish button just to make sure that it's not just a glitch in the Facebook preview software. I know how to fix it if this ends up being a problem, but let's just take a look. So you can see that actually the animation itself is a lot faster. Alright, what will Season 5 bring? So that's a problem. Alright, so this is why we tested out on our test page. So what can we do to fix it, right? So that's the big question. So let's take a look here. So I like all the stuff in the Season 5 graphic. I'm going to click Auto Select. And we're going to select everything that's in that one. We're going to unselect what will, and bring isn't selected. So this should then be its own thing. Perfect. So now we're going to right click. We're going to click I should be able to link the layers and then bring them, merge layers, but I'm scared. I can't do that because I can merge all the layers but 5, I think, because we used the Season 4 as part of our other graphics, right? So Season 3, Season 4, all that sort of stuff. So all the time the season graphics are, so we can merge all these. Perfect. So we're going to right click, we're going to merge layers. Oh well, that makes the 3 disappear. Why? So clearly it's merging with something that is in front of that. So let's alright, we're going to do it a different way. So season, we're going to keep all the effects. It's always going to stay the same. So we're going to rasterize the type, and we are going to convert the whole thing to a smart object. And let's see how that does with this. Alright. to say the season part of it for all these. So that's fine, But then so season 4 is fine. And then, but it's this frame that we need. To go up there. Alright, so we're going to delete, and then we need season to come down here. So we're going to delete all the frames in between. And we will retween the animation. So it starts like that, ends like this. We'll select both of those. We'll do a 5 tween again. And I'm going to hope for the best. Let's see how that looks. Perfect. So that is now fixed. So now we're looking back at this animation to see what other parts need to be fixed. So it's the bring that needs to be rendered. Okay. So let's go back to this file right here. And if you go to it, we're going to rasterize the type. We're going to convert it to a smart object, and that makes it all that one solid color. So we're going to bring the bring this way, and bring it that way. So that way it's starting over here, ending there. So they're all in frame. We're going to delete those in between frames again. We're going to retween those frames, and we're going to hope for the best here. Let's see. So what will season 5 bring? Boom. And then it's going to have to turn off. So we have to go back and we have to turn off bring for all the frames that we don't want. Trick the thing so that way it makes the season thing up here. Alright, let's play it through. So, season 3, you got the Capitals. Season 4, you got the Mystics. You got season 4, we got the Nationals. And now, what will season 5 bring? So, each of these frames I need to bring back the bring. So, I'm just going to manually bring those back. It's only 5 frames. Perfect. One more time. Season 3, Capitals. Mystics. Selects through Nationals. What will it bring? Here's the answer. The rest of it should be fine. Alright, so we're going to go back to File, and we're going to go back to Export. Render video. And done. So, I appreciate people for tuning into our art stream over at WebNGames Facebook page. Also, anyone who's tuned in over on our Twitch stream or on our Facebook, or our YouTube rather. So it's been a good stream. I am happy that this thing is all rendering properly. So I think that maybe we'll do more art streams in the future like this. So we're going to just probably finish this render right now and upload it to WebNGames Facebook page. And then once that is done, I will we'll upload it as a season 5 premiere onto our SportsOTHP page at the end of the month. So again, on Monday we have a great episode. It'll be our 4-year anniversary spectacular. We have a live Wizards game and a live game for the Capitals. We'll be talking about both, recapping this week for the Caps and the Wizards. We'll also talk about the DC Defenders game, they've got a big game this weekend as well at home. They've so far won their 3 home games and lost their 2 road games, so we'll see if that can continue as well. Carol will be talking about that in the second hour. And then we'll also talk about any March Madness or college basketball news and any other sports news that's going on right now. So yeah, that'll be a great episode. And then I'm not sure if Carol will do another episode in season 4. I'm going to be taking the week off. I'm going down to spring break down to Texas. And then I will come back, and the week of April the 1st, but it's actually going to be a little bit earlier this year. It's going to be on the 30th. We're going to start season 5. So baseball will be back, and we'll talk about baseball and all different football stuff in the 8 o'clock hour, and we'll continue to talk Caps and Wizards in the 7 o'clock hour for as long as they continue to play. So obviously the Wizards will remain in that spot if they can continue to make it to the playoffs. If they can't, we'll probably move the Nationals talk up a little bit. And the Caps talk stays first for as long as they're in. Hopefully they make a long run of it this year. That would be really exciting. Caps talk is one of our staples. All right, the render is done. All right, let's go back to this page for WebNGames. We're going to change the cover, upload photo and video. Wow, so the 5 in the season 5 is still jacked up. Interesting. I wonder why that is, because it looks fine on my screen, but obviously it doesn't render properly. So the way that we will solve this, so it's changing colors as it's going down. It's interesting. All right, before we upload it, let's fix it. So to fix that, let's take the S. We're going to convert it to a smart object. Interesting. I thought that would have worked. Well, we can convert 5 to a smart object because we know that that's not going to change. So I guess when we convert it, it's really frustrating. Alright, so when we convert it, it appears on every single slide. So that's kind of the annoying thing about doing frame by frame animation. Find the 5 now. Here it is. Alright, let's take 5 and bring it to the top. Just so I can find it easier. A lot of layers. Alright. season 5 ring. Alright. And now we're going to delete these middle layers again. Select both of them. We're going to make that tween. I was curious if a fade in, what that would do. It looks terrible is the answer. So we're going to delete that. And I'm going to have to put the 5 back in. But it needs to exist way up here. So boom, boom, boom. I wonder. What if we did the 5 from the opposite angle? Could be interesting. See what that looks like. Alright, 5 frames. I don't hate that. What will season 5 bring? Alright. What was season 5 bring? I kind of like that. Alright, so the last thing we need to do is find a way for this S to keep its render color. Different way around it. So we're going to take that thing, we're going to rasterize, convert to smart object, turn it off. Now we're going to turn this off for all the other layers, and that way, even if it ends that way, this comes back. And we know that it will end with it being correct. So let's try that. Export, render video. I'll replace that video. Alrighty. Yeah, so this is just, sorry it's taking a little bit longer, but that's kind of the art of photoshopping, right? Things don't always go according to plan. So let's talk about the other aspects of things that I want to do. So right now this is our animation on our website. Right now it's got the old one, it's got the Valor, we no longer cover. We have the XFL here. So this talks about all the different things that we do on the website. So it's an animated GIF that exists there. So next week we'll take this animated GIF file and we will convert it so that way it'll cover season 5 stuff, may have some new topics, may have new buttons, may not have new links. So we'll sort of go through that. We'll also update the logos so that way it's only displaying some of the new stuff. We also might bring in some of the artwork that we've been using here in this video. So, with the Champions merch and stuff like that. So I may even mention something about Pokemon Tuesdays. So yeah, we'll play around with that next week. I know we have been doing Pokemon Tuesday streams, and those will continue in April when we come back. But or I may even start it on the 31st of March again. We're going to take a couple weeks off. I'm just practicing doing some art streams and see how those turn out, see if people like them. Just doing some different stuff on all the different channels. But I do appreciate people for checking this out for even a little bit or for the full time. Right now, we've already been live for 36 minutes, which is kind of amazing. It goes by pretty quickly. So here we are. It's rendering right now. Alright, the render is done. Alright, so here we are. Let me refresh this page. We're going to change the cover. We're going to choose from videos. Oops, that's not the button I wanted. I wanted upload video. Upload photo video. There we go. Alright, let's play with the spacebar real quickly. See what it looks like. Boom. Season 3 Stanley Cup champion. Season 4 WNBA champion Mystics. Season 4 World Series champion Nationals. What will Season 5 bring? That actually looks pretty good. I mean, there's clearly some sort of black here that's cutting something off. So what that is, I have no idea. But by tricking that one frame, it was able to create this S to be the correct color. So that's good. That's what we were trying to do. And again, this thing will never be this large, so I care a little bit less about that. Alright, perfect. Looks pretty good to me. So let's upload it to WebNGames and see how it looks as a banner video. This is kind of a good tutorial on if anybody ever wants to make a banner video for any of their Facebook pages. So that's kind of why I wanted to create this. It teaches a couple of different skills, actually. It's how to do tween animations, how to use some basic tools in Photoshop, but also how to make cover videos of the correct size and dimensions there. So I hope that that could be useful or interesting to people in the future. What do we want this still frame to be? I'm going to do this. Publish. Alright. Take a look at it. Season 3, Season 4. What will Season 5 bring? Perfect. Alright, now the test to make sure that it works well on mobile. Seems to work pretty well. happy with that. So yeah, it's it all fit within the title safe as we talked about. It still displays all of our logos and all of our graphics. So I just want to see one part real quickly. Let's watch this one part one more time. Perfect. What will season 5 bring? And it goes perfectly. That's awesome. It looks great. I'm really happy with how that turned out. So that will be our new season 5 graphic that we'll be posting as our banner image. Again, in just a couple of weeks, it'll be live. The date that file goes live will be, I believe, the 29th or the weekend before the 30th, because that's when season 5 will go live on the new website. But I hope that you guys maybe learned something new and enjoyed an art stream, and maybe I'll do more of these types of streams in the future. I really appreciate people for tuning in and engaging with it, especially because I didn't even share this out, but I was able to supposedly reach 700 people, which I don't even know how that happened. Sorry about that. I did not know that my TV would play the audio if I clicked on that. So that's something good to know. So that was definitely what we've been doing. Kind of creating an inception moment if I'm starting to view it on there. So I'm not going to do that. We're going to just show this graphic, and I appreciate everybody for tuning in. We'll definitely have another art stream coming up next week. Again, we will be doing the website banner image for that. So there won't be any of the video rendering aspects, but we'll be rendering it as an animated GIF and then uploading it to the website from there. So I hope that you guys found this really interesting, and we will definitely be talking to you guys soon. Have a great night. Let's go Caps. Let's go Wizards. We'll have more on the the 4-year anniversary show on Monday. We'll talk Defenders, Wizards, Caps, all that and more. So really appreciate it, and hopefully we'll see you next Tuesday for another art stream.